are going to all to do against one of the big boys, Argentina. But I've got a Saudi Arabian fan standing on the line to talk all about their hopes and dreams heading into Qatar. We're taking a look at it, all of it, next. Giving another World Cup rivals video. Today we're taking a look at the Saudi Arabia point of view as we edge closer to kickoff. Can they get anything out of Argentina? We'll take a look at it, all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. And if you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe and bang and say all things World Cup related, Papa Rose related, World Cup related. We're going to all here, boys. And one Ruski, of course, yes, standing by, Saudi Arabian fan, super fan from 2018. He's come all the way back, moustache and all. Of course, looking forward to Saudi Arabia's opening game against Argentina. Have they got any hope? Of course, we'll check in with him in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. But anyway, standing by, Osama, tell them a little bit about yourself, your name, where you're calling from, and then maybe a little bit about your Saudi Arabian heritage.
Yes.
And I will do my ins and outs on my own time because it's quite cringy when you have to watch all my. I love the shirt. I recorded yesterday reactions to all the shirts, and that one. I rank very highly in I think that is your, is that away or is that the home?
Yeah, it's the away kit.
Yeah, I was going to say the home kit is okay, but the away kit is really good.
Yeah, this one is way better.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, Saudi Arabia kick off their World Cup campaign up against one of the favourites, Argentina. I've got a Saudi Arabian fan on the line to talk all about everything Saudi Arabia, of course, for this year's tournament in Qatar. Again, he's a name from the past. Way back in 2018, he was our main man there for Russia, but he's, of course, progressed. He's even grown a moustache. He's, of course, matured to a superstar standout. Okay, for my small community of YouTube watchers, tell them a little bit about yourself, your name, where you're calling from, and maybe a little bit something about your Saudi Arabian heritage.
Hi, I'm Osama. I am currently in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I'm doing my master's at the University of Michigan. And
That's short and sweet. He's all about Saudi Arabia. All right, so they kick off their campaign against Argentina. What's your feelings or expectations for your country as, of course, they gear up against one of the big boys, Argentina?
Not very confident. I feel like this game is already a loss. We're playing against prime Argentina. It's Messi's last game, last tournament. So he's going to go all out, and it's going to be rough, not going to lie. But I hope we don't concede like last time, you know?
Yeah. I did a load of previews, recorded them just earlier this morning. There was a World Cup where Saudi Arabia got out of the group stages, and of course, hopefully, that could be something to aim for this time. It's a very difficult group, though. But so as kickoff edges closest, what are your hopes for this year's tournament? To get out of the group stages, or just to kind of put a good example for Saudi Arabian football?
To be honest, I feel like our highest goal is to obviously exit the group stages, but I feel like that's very far to get to. However, if we get at least one win, either against Poland or Mexico, then that would be a good tournament for us, good performance.
Yeah, and then I think 4 points is probably the target for a lot of nations too. I think maybe there is a small chance for 3 points. I don't know how that would work out, but of course, Saudi Arabia coming into this probably the underdogs for the group. But for those not familiar with Saudi Arabian football and the national team, who's the player that's going to get us excited for your hopes?
Look, if Saudi Arabia scores any goals, it's probably going to come from our left winger, Salman al-Dosari. He scored in the last tournament in 2018 in Russia against Egypt. So that's the only attacking player that's actually can deliver anything, because our strikers aren't that good, to be honest. Yeah.
Well, let's hope they can get off to a flyer at least and show what they're all about. But of course, you are up against the big boys, Argentina. Let's take Messi out of the equation and forget about him for a second. But what else besides Messi scares you or worries you, concerns you for Argentina?
It's not that I feel like without Messi we can at least get a point if we really work for it. I don't think we can really score any goals against them because I feel like they will nullify our attacks quite easily. But we also have the weather going for us. They're going to be playing at like 1 p.m. and we're probably used to the hot weather. I don't assume the Argentinians are that accustomed very much. So I think we can get something if we really work for it, but I don't think we'll get anything.
Well, again, yeah, it's a free hit. It's a free hit. You know, if you pick something up brilliant, of course, then everybody will be expecting much more. But let's just say you were in control of the team for this game. What would your 11 be from the goalkeeper all the way through to the forwards? Who should we expect?
Just let me pull up my list.
You do that.
Yeah. So we'll have for our left back, we'll have Saud Abdelhamid. He is a young player who has been he had quite the transformative career over the past 2 years at the Saudi Pro League. And then for our center backs, it will be Abdillah Al-Amri and Ali. Our defense has been extremely improved upon since the last tournament. So hopefully we'll not concede 5 goals like our opening against Russia. For the central midfield, we'll have Abdillah and Mohamed Kannou, and Salman Al-Faraj is also. I would say he's the most creative midfielder in Asia because he's our attacking. Like without him, we played 2 friendlies against Ecuador and the USA, and we weren't able to move the ball from our own half to against the other team. We lacked that creativity that he brings. And then for our forward, we'll have Bahabri on the right back, and then Al-Braykan, our striker. He has the most experience, but he hasn't been performing very well at his club level. And then on the left back, and the left wing, we'll have Salman Al-Dosri. So hopefully he brings some spark to that team.
Well, let's hope you're right, and hopefully they do bring some spark. Okay, so you are in Group C, if my memory serves me. There is another game in Group C between Mexico and Poland. What do you want to happen in that game, and what do you expect to happen in that game?
Mexico has been playing pretty poorly lately, but every time they go to the World Cup, they somehow make it out of the group stages. So I'm hoping that Poland nullifies that that World Cup boost that Mexico gets every time. If they were able to do that, then I think we can beat Mexico and then get like a draw from Poland.
Yeah, well, it's not a bad game plan for Saudi Arabia. Okay, but what about this game then? Of course, if you had to put a scoreline on it, what's it going to be against Argentina?
I would say probably 2-0 to Argentina.
2-0.
I feel like our defenses will not be embarrassing as last time, but I don't think our attacking will do anything creative.
I appreciate that, Osama. You are a legend, and hopefully you can get something out of this game. It's going to be a tough order. We do think that, but appreciate you. Of course, we'll check back with you as the tournament goes on. It is an early kickoff for you. I understand that, so we'll see. We'll check in with you maybe, of course, a little bit later on. But until then, of course, thanks for stopping by. Subscribe, thumbs up. We go again, and of course, appreciate your content, and of course, you helping us out with the channel. Again, guys, we've got a World Cup phone-in show. Make sure you're part of that. Kicking it off on the 20th of November. You could be on the phone with me, chatting all things World Cup, whether you're Scottish, Italian. We're open to all, of course. Maybe even if you are Italian or Scottish or from a nation that aren't taking part in the World Cup. Drop a line, come on in, say hello, let's talk about it. Let's get an unbiased point of view from the World Cup. But anyway, appreciate it. Thumbs up, subscribe, check your links down below. Non-stop content all the way through to the final.